What are fractions? Fractions consist of a numerator and a denominator representing a division of two numbers. For example, in the fraction 1/2, 1 is the part we have, and 2 is the total number of equal parts. Types of fractions. Fractions can be classified into different types. Proper fractions, numerator is less than denominator. Improper fractions, where numerator is greater than or equal to denominator. And mixed numbers, a whole number combined with a proper fraction. Each type serves different mathematical purposes. Simplifying fractions makes them easier to understand and compare. For example, the fraction 4/8 simplifies to 1/2, making it clear that both fractions represent the same value. Simplification also aids in further calculations. To simplify fractions using multiplication, multiply both the numerator and denominator by the same non-zero number. For example, to simplify 2/4, multiply both by 2 to get 4/8, which equals 1/2 when reduced further. Dividing a fraction by a whole number involves multiplying the denominator by that number. For instance, simplifying 3/9 by dividing both numerator and denominator gives 1/3, effectively reducing the fraction to its simplest form. To add fractions, they must share a common denominator. For example, to add 1/4 and 1/6, convert them to the least common denominator, which is 12, resulting in 3/12 plus 2/12 equals 5/12. Similar to adding, fractions must have a common denominator to be subtracted. For instance, 3/5 minus 1/5 equals 2/5, as both fractions already share the same denominator. If they don't, convert them first. To convert a decimal to a fraction, identify the place value of the last digit. For example, 0.75 can be expressed as 75 divided by 100, which simplifies to 3/4. To convert a fraction into a decimal, divide the numerator by the denominator. For instance, 1/4 equals 0.25, indicating the direct relationship between these two formats. To transform a decimal into percent, multiply the decimal by 100. Thus, 0.85 translates to 85%, showcasing its equivalence as percentage. Converting a percent to a decimal involves dividing by 100. For example, 25% becomes 0.25, emphasizing the correct representation of the value in decimal form. Fractions are used in cooking, finance, and construction. For instance, recipes often require ingredient fractions, while budgeting may involve fractions of total expenses, such as saving a quarter of income. Understanding these concepts is essential for effective daily decision-making and efficient resource management. Practice exercises should include simplifying mixed numbers, adding and subtracting fractions, and converting decimals to percentages. Engaging in these exercises strengthens comprehension and reinforces skills. For example, ask, what is 3/4 plus 1/2? Solve to reinforce the addition of fractions. Common mistakes in fraction manipulation include failing to find a common denominator when adding or subtracting and miscalculating decimal conversions. For example, 1/2 is often mistakenly converted to 0.5, but might be misused in further calculations without confirmation. Awareness of the pitfalls enhances accuracy in fraction work.